Hi, this is Brent from PathandTarot, and in this video we're going to explore one of the more specific purposes of the Pathan Elemental deck, and that's to do card guessing with it, to test your intuition and, ESP maybe. So in this video we're going to talk about the deck, some of the methods that can be used, and then we'll get into some card guessing. So if you're familiar with card guessing, you may have seen at the beginning of the first Ghostbusters movie cards being used to test subjects, and they'd be shocked and all that. Very, very funny, great movie. But those are Zener cards that are being used in that scene. So if you've seen that part of the movie, those are Zener cards. That is a deck of cards originally designed for the purposes of testing one's ESP ability and intuition through card guessing. So the deck is basically 5 sets of 5 symbols for about 25 cards. And that's the structure in which the Pathan Elemental deck has been built upon, 5 sets of 5 symbols. So in studying the tarot, I found myself working with the 5 elements that are found in a tarot card deck. You've got the element of earth, air, spirit, which are your major cards, water, and fire. So in putting this deck together, it was very easy to find a set of 5 symbols, which are the Western elements. So these symbols I put together into this deck to create the Pathan Elemental deck. But I added something a little bit extra to the deck, which are the sub-elements. The sub-elements are elements within another element. So for an example here, we've got spirit, the white circle, inside of water. And this would be the water element inside of earth. So there are 25 of those sub-elements in the Pathan Elemental deck, along with the regular elements, for a total of 75 cards. So there's 25 plus 50. So there are 10 sets of these elements, which would allow someone to, if they had a physical deck, they could reconfigure the deck to reduce the amount of cards down to 25 if they wanted to, or keep it the same structure, or have it modified in whichever way they like. But in the case here where it's digital, this is the Orphalese Tarot program where I've uploaded the deck into the program, so it gives me access to all the cards. But it gives me a way to shuffle the cards very quickly so I can do the intuition card guessing tests. And that's what we'll get to here in just a moment. But we'll talk about the method just real quick here. I found that in doing card guessing, you can get really fatigued if you try to guess a lot of cards in one session. So you're going to be seeing videos of me just guessing a few different cards in different videos, and we'll build it up from there and try to see if we can come up with something meaningful and try to have some fun along the way. So before we get into the card guessing here, we'll talk about how the sub-elements interact with the card guessing statistics here. For one, we're going to be using a method called the open deck method, where we would have a full deck of cards, take whatever time we need to guess the card, reveal it, track it, record it, put it back into the deck and shuffle it up again. So it's resetting these statistics every single time. That's called an open deck test. It's probably one of the more, I would say it's the better way to do it because your statistics are calculated very easily. If you do a closed deck test where you draw a card and don't put it back in the deck, your statistics change for every single guess. So the open deck is a little bit of a better way to do your testing if you decide to do it yourself, but that's how we're going to do it. Now these cards will change the possibility of getting a right answer. When we do our guessing, I'll be guessing one element out of the 5. If that element shows up on one of the sub-elemental cards, so say for example I guess water as my elemental guess, either of these cards would give me a right answer because I've got water on the card. So it'll slightly increase the chances of getting a correct answer some of the time. There's only 25 of them compared to the 50. So we're going to see how that impacts the card guessing as we go on through time and calculate results and see what we can get. So there we have it. We've got the sub-elemental cards. So why don't we do a quick guess here, and we'll see what we can do. At this point, you can play along with me here in the video and take some time to prepare yourself here. I'm going to let it shuffle. The Orphalese Tarot program very nicely shuffles up the card. I'm going to have some coffee. Clear your mind. We're going to see if we can get a right answer. All I got to do is click the mouse right here, and we will draw out a card. So I'm going to just spend a moment here to focus myself. Fire. Ooh, I got Earth. So I didn't get a right answer. That's okay. This is just an introduction. How did you do? Let me know in the comments. And look out for these videos as we go into the summer here. And hopefully we'll be able to generate something meaningful at the very end of it. So I'll see you in the next video.